guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing my empties video. I know usually you do this in the beginning of the new year to kind of reset for the new year. Well, I'm doing it now because I realized how many expired products I had. Gross. By the way, just gross. And they need to be thrown out and all that. So today I'm going to be going through everything that I've used up / what's expired. It just needs to be out of my collection. What I would consider repurchasing and what I would consider skipping over because either I just used it up because I spent my money on it or just not a staple in my collection anymore. So start with primers. I'm going to start with this one, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I only had like a tiny bit left, but after realizing that I've been using this product past its expiration date, started realizing that my face was getting to the point where it was becoming more acne prone because I was using stuff that's clogging my pores, and plus it's expired. I love this product. It retails for 14 bucks. Has a big doe foot applicator. It's a glass bottle, which I don't personally love. But yes, and I'm gonna make two different piles of what I would repurchase in the future and what I would not. This is definitely a repurchase for me. I will forever repurchase this unless it, becomes more expensive. Then that's not gonna be a good choice for me. And most of the stuff that I repurchase is gonna be pregnancy safe. But so unless I really like the product and I'm like, I can repurchase it afterwards. You know what I mean? But even then I probably won't. Now I have the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. This is the one with the pump. Ugh. It says 6 months, so it was expired anyways. But I definitely won't repurchase this. Apparently it has retinoid in it. Like the new formula of this has retinoid in it, so I can't use it. I'd have to use it when the kid's like 2, so at that point I'm probably gonna get pregnant again. So it's like, I just can't repurchase it. And I didn't even love it anyways. Let's talk about these two bad boys. The e.l.f. Power Grip. So I had both versions, the original and the niacinamide one. I love these. These are $10. The poreless face primer was $8. But these are $10. I love both of them. I'm definitely going to repurchase both of them. They were definitely a staple. But it might be in 2 different times. Like, I'll probably get this one, then when I run out, get this one, or probably get them, or might get them at the same time. I don't know. These are both pregnancy safe, so it's like, I can repurchase them whenever I want. Perfect. Now let's talk about these bad boys. So we have the original. I have the original, just poreless putty, and the matte putty. Honestly, I did see a difference with both of them. Look, I'm just throwing everything. I did see a difference with both of them. Now, would I repurchase both of them? No. And here's why. This one's hydrating, yes, but it is almost too hydrating for me to the point where At the end of the day, when I actually wore this one time, like for the whole day, my face looked so greasy on areas that I was dry. Like, it was so bad. So that is a definite no. But the thing is, it is pregnancy safe, so I might try it again in the future and just see if my face changes. And this is also pregnancy safe. But I would definitely repurchase the matte one. The matte one was hydrating, yes, but it's also matte, so it's gonna keep me from looking greasy at the end of the day. Which is why I already got it back in my collection and was gonna be a wedding product. Okay, let's talk about all my foundations. I got a lot of them. So let's talk about this one first. The Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. This one was $5, I believe. Very inexpensive. It was great. For a tinted hydrator, it actually oddly had coverage. I did get it in the wrong shade. Or I got it for my birthday last year, so I did get it in the wrong shade. Or my fiance did. I would definitely repurchase this. I do believe this is pregnancy safe. I'm not sure because I haven't got to Wet n Wild. Yeah, I'm doing like 3 brands at a time. But I would definitely repurchase that. You know. Oh man. Sorry. Alright, let's talk about this product. The Elf Camo CC Cream right here. This at first I did not like. It was really bad until I tried it with the Elf Daily Moisturizer, I think is what I tried it with. It was the wrong shade anyways, but definitely liked it after that. Sadly, this has SPF 30, which is chemical stuff. So sadly, I cannot repurchase it unless, you know, I find a way afterwards because it's okay when feeding. If I breastfeed, you know, I like great stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's great. Not my favorite. Then I have the Rimmel London Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation. This one I hated. I used it up, obviously, but I hated it so bad. It didn't even set on my skin. It just sat on my skin, moved around so bad. Oh, so bad. So definitely not repurchasing this. I think it's safe, but even then, I'm like, you know, it was so bad to the point where no, even then, no. Man, let's talk about the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Full Wear Foundation. Man, oh man, this was definitely full coverage. It was great. It was matte. It does have chemical sunscreen in it, which is not safe, so I cannot repurchase it, but I would probably repurchase it in the future if, you know, I wasn't pregnant. But for now, I cannot repurchase it, so it is now in my not repurchasing pile right now. The Elf Flawless Satin Foundation. This stuff's great, honestly. I love it. At first I didn't like it, but then when I realized that how good it looked with a brush and then a sponge, it looked flawless. I don't like the glass bottle, but honestly, I can get over it. Um, it's great. I love it. And I'm sorry, I love pumps on foundations for some reason. It's just me. But definitely a repurchase, and it is safe, so bonus! The CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation. I liked it enough. It definitely was hydrating, and again, I love the pump. And with the pump, you could have you could turn it on and off, so like it was closed, so it didn't leak everywhere. If the pump ever broke, it didn't leak out everywhere. If this was not screwed on right or something like that. If I was ever to repurchase a formula like this, I'd probably get the matte formula actually and the True Blend foundation line. So yeah, that's that. And it is safe, so it's like, and so is the matte one. So might try the matte one with that. The Oma Beauty Flawless RL Skin Perfecting Foundation. Again, I'm like loving pumps. Um, I don't like this. I didn't like the smell on this one. It was a beautiful foundation. Like, it was definitely flawless. Definitely perfected my skin somewhat. It was a great foundation, but it's like, I didn't like the smell of it. So for that, I have to say no. So let's talk about this Maybelline Fit Me Shine Pre Plus Balance Foundation Stick. At first I hated this thing, and then I went to a graduation party, and this is when I actually finished this up. And ended up loving this thing. I used my Real Techniques Powder Puff, the liquid side, to blend this. It blend like a dream with that. It blended into the skin beautifully. Definitely a repurchase, and it's safe. So it's like a bonus because I could repurchase it. Oh, the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. This powder foundation was the best for $7. I will link everything that I talk about in the description box below in case you're curious and want to try it out for yourself. Unless you've already tried it, and then great. Even if I don't repurchase it, you can always try it out for yourself. But yeah, this is great. Definitely comes in a lot of shades. It comes with the sponge in the bottom. It also comes with a mirror, but my mirror broke, so I had to take it out. But that is definitely a repurchase, and it's safe. So let's talk about concealers. Yay! Alright. I think most of these are. I think all of these are, but the L'Oreal. So let's talk about the L'Oreal first. All of these, no. Let's talk about the non-repurchase out of each group first. The only reason I'm not repurchasing this one is because it's not safe. But this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Full Wear Concealer. This one's great. It definitely was full coverage, so like I had to watch with my under eyes. So I used this as an eyeshadow primer, which I'll tell you another one that's full coverage that I used as an eyeshadow primer too. But this is great. I definitely love that it has an actual doe foot applicator, not an applicator like the Maybelline one did. It's great. I just can't repurchase it right now. This one is but I am definitely not repurchasing it. Um, so this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. At first I was, but then I remembered I didn't like the applicator. It was hard to get up, and I couldn't even use the whole concealer. Like, see, there's still a little bit, but I had to use that as an empties. So, for that reason, I just didn't like the formulas for that reason, those reasons. I'm not repurchasing it. I will never repurchase it. Oh my god. This is so bad. Because I'm like, going through my collection and realizing that there's some stuff that's in my list for what I need to repurchase that should be taken out because it's like, oh wait, I didn't even like that. You know? So, yeah. And there's some in here that's like, you know, there's some in here that I've already thrown away that should be actually in here. So I'm sorry about that. Alright, let's talk about the Wet n Wild one next. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I'm pretty sure this is safe. I gotta look at that, and I will definitely update you on what's safe and what's not when I get more information. But this is definitely a repurchase for now. It was so light. Like, it was a light coverage concealer, but it's still, like, for me, it was votable a little bit, just a little bit. Again, I love the doe foot applicator. I'm sorry, I'm just personal about my favorites. And the Camo Powder Foundation was also silky, so. Sorry. Let's talk about the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I don't remember what shade I had. But again, another small doe foot applicator. This was very creamy. Um, it was light coverage, so I could never use it on my under eyes, but I used it as an eyeshadow primer. It worked great there. This is definitely safe, and it's definitely a purchase. And I'll do a final count at the end of what we're repurchasing and what we're not. Now, these will forever be a repurchase. They're both safe, so they will forever be a repurchase unless they get discontinued. Again, giant dope applicator on both of them. They did kind of change the packaging. Instead of like big letters like this, it's now it doesn't say elf anymore, I don't think, and it's smaller. I gotta look at the new packaging, but forever repurchase. So, yeah. Alright. Let's do these cream products next. All my cream products next. Alright. Let's talk about these beauty wands from Elf. The contour, all three of these are safe. All three of these are a purchase. The contour was true contour. These blend like a dream. The blush was very metallic, but it honestly for me it worked. One complaint that I do have is the little applicator, sponge applicator that everyone hates. That actually I don't mind on these. I do hate it on the concealer though, but I don't mind it on these. But so sometimes I didn't even need to go in with a highlighter, but sometimes I did just for a little extra glow. Favorite staple, definitely repurchase. I'm gonna save, so like that's a bonus. So are these putty bronzers and putty blushes. Um, so this one I used up. This one just expired, so it's like it's old. I definitely will repurchase both of these. These are great. I am trying the luminous one too, because both versions are safe. So it's like I am going to try the luminous ones and repurchase these. So for sure. Alright, the Maybelline Cheat Key I did like. It was a sheer formula, but for me it was potable. It just has licorice root, so it's like I can't use it while pregnant, so I can't repurchase it, which is a bummer. I did like it. Alright, setting powders. Yay! Okay, the e.l.f. Halo Glow. All of these are safe, so it's like all of these I could repurchase, but one of them I'm not. The e.l.f. Halo Glow, I'm definitely repurchasing, but I'm getting the light pink shade, not the medium shade. And I loved it. It was very silky, and at first I didn't like it, but it was just a shade thing. But once I tried it more, I ended up liking it. And yeah, this was definitely a repurchase for me. The Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder version is not a repurchase for me. I love that it had a mirror in it, but it's just like I don't need both versions of the Fit Me powder, and I honestly like the loose version better than the pressed powder. So there you go. And the loose powder I liked very well. I'm surprised how much I loved it. But there you go. Next let's do brows. I feel like doing brows. So both of these I used up. I do have another instant lift brow pencil. I love this. This is waxy, yes. This is a waxy pencil, yes. But honestly, for me, it's not so waxy that you can't like work with it. It definitely warms up with your skin, and I love that it has a spoolie on the other side so you can like brush up your brows and style your brows the way you want them. Fill them in, and then use this next product, which is definitely a repurchase too, and it's safe. Like all brow gels are safe, so it's like you could use your favorite brow gel while pregnant. The e.l.f. brow lift. I mean, I used it up, but what's funny is it all dried out at the point that I used it up, so that's like hilarious. Um, but this is definitely a repurchase for me. I love it. I do like how small it is too, so it's like easy to throw in a travel bag and like travel with it and all that. Uh, let's do eyes next. So three of these palettes just expired and old, and one I used up. So the e.l.f. or the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer Shadow Witch. All of these are a repurchase. No, no, I'm sorry, I lied. Um, I just kind of, I used it up. This was great. It was so silky. It was sheer. So if you do buy this, it is sheer, but it's beautiful. Um, as you can see, I almost used the e.l.f. Bite Size palette up. This has expired. It's old. I mean it's silky. I guess it's kind of getting hard pan. That's why it hasn't performed the best than the last few times I've used it. But you can't complain for 4 shadows for $3. Like, you can't. And I'm also repurchasing this. Like I said, all eyeshadows pregnancy safe. So I'm definitely repurchasing this in the future. And this one too. This is the perfect 10. I broke this shade. The shade broke. And I was close to using this shade up. But again, it has expired. So I'm not putting this around my eyes. Sorry. Can't do it. Now, this Kitty likes to scratch palette from Too Faced is not a repurchase unless I do a full face of Too Faced in the future. Other than that, it is not a repurchase for me. Let's talk about eyeliners. One I'm repurchasing, one I'm not. the e.l.f. H2O Proof Eyeliner Pen. This one I am definitely repurchasing. Eyeliner is not a problem when pregnant, so I'm definitely repurchasing this. This is great. I love it. It's definitely waterproof. Now, one I didn't like is because it kind of hardened a little bit. This is the gel eyeliner I was using. It kind of hardened a little bit. So, yeah, that's not great. And it just wasn't, it was black, and it was hard to get off, too. Let's talk about mascaras. All of these are safe. There's 3 I would repurchase, and 2 I would not. The e.l.f. Lash and Roll. This is the most, it has a curved one, which is beautiful. It has the most curling, lifting formula I've ever tried. Great. I'm definitely repurchasing. The e.l.f. Big Mood, I am not. I have the waterproof version for when I wanted to do wedding makeup, because it's great for wedding, but that's about it. And the wand's so gigantic that I almost poked my eye out 3 times using that product. The e.l.f. Lash It Loud. That's the kind of wand. This is a volumizing. I guess there's 3 I'm not repurchasing because this was volumizing and I don't like that. It just gets clumpy too easy. The CoverGirl Clump Crusher has a curved wand like the Lash and Roll from e.l.f. I used to like this mascara, but it's a drier formula, so it dries out so freaking fast. So it's like, nah. Not even worth it. And then the L'Oreal Telescopic. This is also a drier formula, but it's a lot better. I like the bendable wand. I like the wand itself and the formula, and this is like something I do like. So it's a little volumizing, but not much. Alright, let's talk about powder. Bronzers. So this I broke completely. But it is a repurchase. It's already back in my collection. And the bronzer smells like coconuts, and I love it. Ugh! Oh, that's so bad. I don't know if it's always had that smell. But it smells like old, like moldy cheese. Like, I'm sorry, this is way old, and this is definitely a repurchase. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. As you can see, I almost used it up. But then I realized it was expired, and I'm like, yeah, gross. You know what I mean? Then I have the e.l.f. Primer Infused Matte Blush. And always cheeky. I didn't even anywhere close to hitting pan. Yeah, that smells bad too. And it's also expired, but that is definitely a repurchase too. Let's talk about these lippies. Most of them's not a repurchase. So this e.l.f. Glossy Lip Stain is safe. It is definitely a repurchase. It's just empty. This O-Face Satin Lipstick's a repurchase. It is safe. Again, it's empty. So this Revlon Colorstay Satin Ink, this was a great formula, and I love the color. I love the formula. It's just old, and I'm honestly not sure if it's safe or not, and I don't want to repurchase. This e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator, safe, repurchase. Already back in my collection, by the way. This Blistex Conditioning Lip Serum is way, way expired. Like, I can't tell you how expired because it's like separated, and yeah, that's like way expired too. But that's not a repurchase. I liked it enough, but I don't miss it. And this lipstick also expired, but it's not a repurchase. And plus, it was in the Halloween section, so honestly, gross. And this is already back. It expired. Like, that much left. But this is definitely already in my collection. And look at that bottle. So, yeah, that's crazy. You know, that was like crazy. But what I'm gonna do, I gotta go back through my collection really quick. Alright, well, I'm gonna get all of this out of here. And then I'm gonna go back through my makeup collection. And because I forgot that I'm like getting a lot of things back into my collection when I'm out of here. When I'm like done. So it's like, and like, I gotta make sure everything that I'm using in there is safe. So yeah, I gotta do that on my own. Though, I'm not gonna film it. Um, I know there's a few things in there that's like not safe, but I could possibly use it up. So, yeah. I hope you like this video, and I hope you're excited for the new year, I guess. Well, the end of 2024 and the starting of 2025. I'm going to be doing as many videos. I mean, I already not do a lot of videos now, but the videos are going to cut down a lot more in January, February, and March of next year, just because I'm getting married in March. So most of my time is going to be on wedding planning in those 3 months. So I'm gonna try to do at least five to 9 more videos by Christmas on makeup tutorials and just stuff all stuff makeup. Um so I hope you're excited for that. I hope you're excited for me and all that. So yeah, I'm sorry. Bye.